Welcome to the Arsenal show and the post-match reaction of Arsenal's 3-2 loss to Tottenham Hotspur at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I'm joined by Steve K. How you doing, Steve?
Great. Absolutely wonderful. I've never felt better.
Yeah, that is exactly my feelings. And if you watched the watch along with me, if you was there to see every single painful minute of that, then you know that
painful, man.
You know that right now I want to go home, and I am home. But I mean, I want to curl up in a corner and cry because that was rough, absolutely rough. We're going to get straight into the player ratings because we're going to save all the extra talking on Tuesday. Also, we've also got a big game against Newcastle on Sunday, I think it is. So, the season is still very, very wide open. Steve, first and foremost, let's get on to the player ratings. Aaron Ramsdale.
Was he at fault for any of the goals? Obviously the penalty he couldn't do nothing about. He didn't really have a lot to do, apart from picking the ball out of the net. But when you let 3 goals in, you let 3 goals in. So, yeah, I'm going to give him a 5.
5. Let's see. We've got the comment section. Let's see what everyone's saying so far. What's your thoughts on the game? How you doing, Johnny? That was a massive letdown. Was the ref told to keep the top 4 race going? One of the softest penalties I've seen in years.
Yeah.
I thought the penalty was soft. I thought the other decisions were to be fair, were probably right overall. But the penalty I definitely thought was soft. Gabriel.
A bit worrying, weren't it? He's gone off with did he go off injured at the end there?
Yeah, he went off with a hammy.
Well, that's him out, isn't it, for the season? If that's an hamstring injury, then he's not coming back for the rest of the season.
Exactly what I said.
So that's going to be worrying. Apart from that, again, it was, he looks a bit, suspect at times. He looked, when Kane had the ball, he was always worried with him. I don't know. I can only go 5. I don't know what you think. It's very difficult.
What? Gabriel.
Yeah.
He got beaten by Kane that set up Son's goal. Probably wasn't his best game. Got injured. I'd probably give him a 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I didn't think much of the defence today. I thought Tomiyasu was okay, but I didn't think much of the defence today. I thought they were, although not terrible, they conceded 3 goals and they were pretty much all over the place on them 3 goals as well. And when they were flapping at points, which is always a worry. Rob Holding.
1.
Rob Holding.
3. 3. I don't know what he was doing. What trying to get booked, trying to get sent off. That just looked like, what he was trying to do. When you're a defender, you're in a big game like that, and it's a Champions League, not so much a decider, but it's a very important game that's going to, sort of shape your way for next season, and players' futures are on the line, and you're doing things like that. There's no excuse for it. We've praised him in the last weeks, and he's done really well, but tonight he let us down, and he let us down big style.
Yeah.
And You know, he got the booking. It was a booking that was coming, wasn't it? You know, you could see he was going to get a booking.
Because he was all over. Because he was all over Son. That's what I can't get. That's what I can't. That's what people aren't getting. They're saying that his first yellow wasn't a yellow. Okay, I don't think his first yellow. I looked at it 4 or 5 times. I'm looking at where's the yellow in that. However, he was all over Son in that first one. But people were saying Son in the one where he didn't get a yellow. He was all over him. It was that handbags kind of thing, and that stays in the ref's head. And then when he's already on a yellow, it don't matter whether you think whether the first one was yellow. He's on a yellow. He should be in
your head. Exactly. It should be in your head. All right, I've got a yellow. It's an undeserved yellow.
Got to be careful here.
But whether you've taken someone out in the eye and got a yellow, it's the same thing. Yeah, look, I think Son's a great player, but I watch this guy every week, and he's a quality footballer, right? But every week this geezer's crying and moaning and diving and laying on the floor, holding his eyes and looking through his hands with his fingers, you know, to see what's happening, and then coming up, looking up, and then look like he's gonna cry all the time. Fuck, get a life, Son. Do you know what I mean? Get a life. You're a really good player. Stop acting like a kid when he's playing on the football pitch. I love to get him over on a Sunday football. I love the player, Kieran. I really do love the player. But believe me, every single week, you know, I was looking at him tonight. My God, you know, this he does wind me up, mate. He does wind me up. Not as a player, I'm not, but as call it professionalism in the game. But yeah, he does it every week, and he's certainly not my favourite player because of that.
Second one, that's the yellow card.
It's a yellow card. It's a yellow card. It's a yellow card.
And that's what's wound me up the most. It's a yellow card because he's seen him, he's looked at him. Like, if you're not on a yellow card, Rob, do that. Do that. Because that's the message. You come near me again and you're going to get worse. That's the message. But you're on a yellow card, Rob Holding. You're on a yellow card. Yeah. If that's Champions League, we're done for. If that's Champions League, you're taken to the cleaners, because those are they will do that all day long. You wouldn't even got them first ones. You would have got 2 yellows before that. Yeah. Because the referees in the Champions League are a lot less lenient, and they would not allow any of that. You probably
pulled Odegaard over. He pulled Odegaard over, Paul Tierney. He pulled him over, right, in about the 25th minute. I don't know what he said to him. Odegaard didn't do nothing, but I'm sure it would have been. I bet you any money he had a warning.
Yeah.
For him to sort of calm it.
Yeah.
To calm. Look, you put those two yellows together. Does it suffice to a red? For me, no, it doesn't. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think the rules should be. I don't know. They talk about having an orange card, don't they, in the middle? And because that's not a red card. Those two defence, you know, when you see like the tackle from Daniel James the other night, and the one that, you know, they're reds. Mm-hmm. You know, but frustrating, mate. We're spending so much time because we're frustrated on this, because he's been stupid, he's been silly, he's been unprofessional, and again, where you look at times where we've said that these players have got us into a position where, you know, into this Champions League position, right? Now, things like this, we could look back and say, well, if you would have done that, it was you that made one of the reasons why we didn't get it, because of stupid things like that. Mm-hmm. But we've spent enough on him.
All right, Tommy Yasu.
Yeah, he did all right, Kieran. He did all right. He's always sort of, you know, he's very, you know, he's always buzzing about. He's trying to get involved, but as you say, none of the defence sort of clouded themselves in glory tonight. I'll give Tommy. I think he tried tonight. I give him a 6. I'm going to give Tommy a 6. Quite a low tip. I think he was better than some of the defenders tonight.
So Tommy gets a 6. Cedric, did you think it was a penalty?
It was soft, mate.
Yeah,
I don't. I think if that's that's not a free kick. He's not giving that. If it's in like the centre of the area, they're just letting them battle it out, and what they'll turn around, they'll say, "Oh, it was a bit of 50-50."
yeah,
But when you keep looking at it back and you think there's hardly any contact there,
yeah,
and he's gone over.
yeah. That's what I thought.
It just wasn't our night, mate. You know,
Yeah.
we just had bad luck. We went down to 10 men because of silly decisions or bad decisions from our players. A penalty that was very soft. Just wasn't our night, mate. But yeah, very, very soft penalty. But he was never going to miss it. But Cedric, it wasn't one of his greatest nights. You know, he's played well recently, but tonight wasn't his best. So I'll give him a 4.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Because you still got to be careful, even though it wasn't a penalty. You got to be careful what you're doing because you know.
Yeah, and look, and that's the thing. We know what Son's like. We know what Kane's like. You know what they're like. So just don't give him the option.
Yeah,
Xhaka.
Yeah, he didn't. He was just plodding along in there in midfield. And
silly to get his yellow card at the end, though. That's frustrating, though, because if he gets a yellow against Newcastle, he misses the Everton game. The Everton game could still be massive for us.
We can't afford to lose.
And we lose Xhaka. Like we've got El Nini in midfield with Lokonga. Like, it was. And the thing is, you could see it coming because he was just getting frustrated and more frustrated. And in the end, I think it was petulance. I think it was just mouthing off. It wasn't a foul. I didn't see him foul anyone because there was it wasn't in play.
No, he's just, as you say, he was just getting annoyed, getting frustrated. I can understand it. A lot of things didn't go Arsenal's way tonight. As I say, penalty was very soft. You do look at the sending off with Holding. Yeah, all right, yellow cards, but overall, it wasn't a red. I don't think the rules have got to be changed on these red cards.
The thing is, what I say is that first one's a yellow. If he's on a yellow, that second one's a yellow all day long.
Yeah.
Like, the way he's done it, because he's looked at him and he's slowed down. He's looked at him, slowed down. He's gone with the elbow. There you go. Have that. Boom. Now, if it's Andre Mariner, you might not have got a free kick. You might not have got a yellow card. But everyone else is giving you a yellow card, mate. It's silly. It's silly.
People were saying Tierney was trying to let it go. He was trying to let the play go. Well, he didn't let it go for long. He let it go for about 15 minutes, and then after that, I thought the ref was useless. I thought he was just blowing up for everything. It was like, you couldn't touch anybody, and I think that's what Arsenal were getting frustrated because Arsenal ain't a team now who rolls over. They get stuck in. They like a bit of a row, not a row where you sort of you getting a dirty row, but a row where they get stuck in. But it just seemed that everything was a foul. Son was falling over every 2 minutes. Kane was falling over every 2 minutes. They're great players, but do you know what I mean? They won't go down for me as like greats just because of that, and especially Son. Just take it out your game, pal. Take that out your game. But Xhaka, just an average game from Xhaka tonight, so I'll give him 5.
Xhaka gets a 5. Mohamed El-Neni.
Yeah, he was just there. he didn't do too much. He tried. He done what he normally does. No frills, no spills. Again, I don't think he gave the ball away much, did he? I don't remember him. No,
not that I can think of.
No, so I think he was pretty. I like his stats will probably stand up pretty well. It's probably I'll give him a 5.
Right, 5 for Mohamed El-Neni.
These must be the worst marks I've ever given.
This is tough. This is tough. Martin Odegaard.
Yeah, surprise. I thought he was our best player. I thought he was the only one when he got on the ball. He looked class. Just Martin Odegaard is Martin Odegaard. He was the one that they needed to keep an eye on. His touch was good. You know, he looked dangerous at times, but you know, when we went down to 10 men, what is he meant to do? What, you know, you have to take someone off, and then you know, you sort of, your supply's gone. You know, another one of your supply players has gone. So it was difficult for him tonight. But even so, again, like I said, even when he's not scoring, even when he's not assisting, he still works hard. His touch is still good, and his vision's still perfect. So, I give him a 6 tonight, and yeah, probably a high 6. But I give him
Who did he bring on, Arteta? Did he just leave it as 3 at the back? He did, didn't he? He did, didn't he? I was just trying to think. Holding went off. He just left it as 3 at the back. He kept Cedric on.
I can't remember that.
I can't remember Cedric coming off.
Someone come off.
Tavares come off in the second half.
Yeah.
Tavares coming in the second half because he came on for Gabriel.
Yeah, you're right. I think you're right.
Tomiyasu went in at centre back, and I think, I think he just Lacazette came on in the second half, and then Smith Rowe came on for, I think one of the midfielders or Martinelli. So, I mean, brave decision.
He had to. I think he had to do that, didn't he? I think he had to do that.
Yeah. Well, we had nothing to lose. We had nothing to lose with regards of once we went 1-0 down. It like they were talking about damage limitation. It wasn't about that. It was about we had to keep on trying to go for it, because if we win, we're in Champions League. If we draw, we only need 1 point. So a loss, we might as well just keep going for it. There's no point in just thinking, what if? If we'd have come out of that game only losing 1-0, we'd have been thinking, what if? What if we'd have gone for it? So look, a loss is a loss. It doesn't matter. It's done. We move on. We go to the Newcastle game. Saka.
Yeah, I mean, again, I thought he was quiet, but once we went down to 10 men, it was always going to be difficult. I'll give Saka a 5 as well.
Yeah, I do wonder how fit Saka is. So he's played like every minute of every game.
Shooting again tonight was off a couple of times.
Yeah, I just feel like his legs are gone. Like I feel like every game he plays, I'm seeing a little tiny bit less. And then you'll see a spark where he get a couple of goals or an assist. And he has a good game, and it feels like
maybe he's knackered. Maybe he's knackered. Maybe he's burnt out.
I feel like he is.
I really think he's burnt out. How long now have we said, like we said, like in a quarter of the season had gone? We already started saying, didn't we? We should be starting resting Saka and Smith Rowe and all that, but we can't. It's probably catching up. I think it's already caught up on Smith Rowe.
Yeah, no, it has, because he's not one of the fittest boys in the first place, and that has caught up with him, and injuries have caught up with him.
Yeah.
So
but bad. It was just a bad day in the office for everybody, really. You know, no one's really deserves probably over a 6.
Yeah.
And it's not often you can say that. But when you're down to 10 men, what can you do? It's difficult. It is difficult, especially when you've got no firepower either. You know, it was difficult. And I don't mean I'm not having to go at guys up front. I'm on about that. You know, once you go down to 10 men, it limits everything. So it was difficult tonight, very difficult.
Yeah, it was. What did you give Saka? 5?
Yeah. I didn't. I just thought he was quiet, and I think his shooting was off a couple of. Yeah, again, he done his shot, and I thought, he's going to give us a chance and score it. It was like, another one of those ones that just rolls to the keeper, like.
Martinelli.
Yeah, again, same. You know, he tried. He tried to work hard. Is he another one who's catching up? I think it was just down to the 10 men thing tonight, and I think we'll be different against Newcastle. I think it'll be a totally different story. But Martinelli, again, he's nothing to really to talk about apart from that he worked hard and he did his best, which is all you can ask for. You know, from a from a professional footballer. I mean, that's standard, isn't it? You know, to go out there and give it your best. And I think
Yeah, I thought he looked a
that.
bit. Yeah, I thought he looked quite bright in the first 5-10. But after that, it just, and I think Arsenal's game in general after that first 5-10, because we started really well, it just fizzled out. It just fizzled out as soon as Tottenham started getting back in the game. The crowd get on back. The crowd was backing them. After that, it was just we just let them have it.
I think it was after the 10 men kids, wasn't it? After the 10 men. After,
that was it. That got the crowd really going.
The crowd went up, our shoulders went down, you know, and all of a sudden now you're thinking, and then you get the, not so long after you get the penalty, which was, again, as like we've already said, it was very, very soft. And you just think, it's just not going to be our night here. When you're down to 10 men that soon, you know, we haven't got enough probably sort of older heads to sort of say to the young guys, come on, you know, we're still in this. We can still.
Yeah,
you know.
this is going to be a situation where these times now are when you learn from it and you take these situations and then you say, okay, we can pull ourselves back. We can get ourselves back in this. We need to keep composed because we've been here before. So these need to be learning curves. These need to be times where they take this on and learn from it, because they need to learn fast if they're going to be in the Champions League. I tell you that. So, Martinelli, we give him
5
for Martinelli. Eddie Nketiah.
I thought we done all right.
Do you know what?
I thought we worked
hard. There was people there talking about like, oh, this is why we shouldn't be giving El Nene Nketiah a new contract. I was like, we're down to 10 men. He's playing up top on his own. He's hardly touched the ball. I do wonder. I wonder how many people got dropped in their heads as kids.
That's, I don't know what, I can't envisage in my head their thinking. It's not in my process of, I can't get in there, you know, to think why you think this. Eddie Nketiah tonight, right, it was in, why don't people look at this, right? He's a young kid, he's 22, right? We've gone down to 10 men. We're playing the North London derby and it's a massive, massive game that's towards the Champions League, right? He's not getting the ball. He's not getting the service, right? Fair enough. So he's not making chances. He's not having shots. Fair enough. But where is it? Why can't an Arsenal fan or some Arsenal fans just look at him, right, and see him running, see him working hard, trying to make things happen, right? And then when the whistle goes, instead of Poxy going on Twitter or Facebook and saying, he ain't good enough, sell him, get someone else, right?
It's just a bad day at the office.
Get out of here. Get out my life. Get out my sight. Just go away. You know, just go away. I just can't be asked with these people.
It is. I don't know why you can't just look at a player and go, didn't have a great game today, weren't good today, and then move on to the next one. And the next game's like, oh, let's hope Eddie has a good one. Oh, he scored a goal. Sweet, Eddie. Nice one. Like you would with any other player. But as soon as it's a player that you don't like or that isn't the big name, it's like, they're rubbish. Should never play. I never want to see him in an Arsenal shirt again. Get out of my club. Yeah. It's like, honestly, it's infuriating. It's infuriating. People have off days. People have off, like people look at Alan St. Maximum, and be like, this geezer, we need to get him in at our club. I've watched Alan St. Maximum the last 3 games, the last 3 games.
And the rest,
every commentator has turned around and gone, Core, if he didn't score that goal, we'll be talking about him having an absolutely awful game today. It's like, but you'll see him play against Arsenal and do a little...
Sign him up! Sign him up!
Sign him up! Get him in the team. This is the kind of players we need at Arsenal.
Selling Nketiah in there. Get him in. Not like nothing to do with the squad. Get rid of him. Send him in. Get him in. Get rid of him.
Get rid of Cedric. Now they'd be like, get rid of Cedric and get in Alan St. Maximum. Get him in.
Yeah, put him at right back. Put Maximum right back. He'll do a job. But it's true though. That's what they do. They say about a player and get rid of him, and then they say, get this geezer in, bring him in, right? And he doesn't even play in the position of the bloke that they're saying, and they don't do the same jobs. Yeah. Get rid of Gabriel. Let's replace him with Jimenez from Wolves. Yeah, that's what I want. What? But you think we're joking? We're having a laugh here, but we ain't far off it.
But they're going off. How long have you heard about Jed Spence? Jed Spence, I'll tell you what, Jed Spence is the best player in England. Best player in England. By far. Get him up. Sign him up. If Arsenal don't sign him up, they're useless. Edu, get in the bin. Yeah, that's quieting down.
That's because they see him against Notts Forest. It's the only way of the time they get. They see him once against Notts Forest. Now they've got posters on the wall.
Yeah, and now they're like Aaron Hickey. Aaron Hickey. I wouldn't look at anyone else except for Aaron Hickey. Aaron Hickey, get him in. Next greatest Scotland right back of all time.
Put him up front. Put him up front.
If Saka's injured, get Hickey on the right wing. That's what I'm saying. I said that 2 years ago. Look at this tweet.
Put Saka on the left, even though he can't kick with his right. Put him on the left. He'd be all right. Sell Martinelli and bring in Van Dijk. That's what we want. But mate, seriously,
what are you giving Eddie?
Give him a 6. I thought he done all right tonight. I thought he worked
again.
I don't know. Is it me? I don't know.
No, again, I think this is a game where I think you got to look at the game sometimes when Arsenal haven't played well, and you got to look at the performances of the individuals that you're a bit dubious about. And I thought Eddie put in a shift.
He did.
He just did. He didn't get the ball. This is why I couldn't believe it when I was seeing it online. Because I was going through the Twitter comments. I was like, people digging out Eddie Nketiah. I said, he hasn't hardly touched the ball. That's not his fault either. We're down to 10 men. We're against Tottenham. Like, what are you talking about? I'm stuck. Sometimes I second guess myself and I think, maybe I don't know about football. Maybe I'm the one that has no clue.
It definitely ain't that. There's this group who just and they're like they hide in a box and they pop their heads up. They smell a loss and then they pop out and then they give their and all they see as well. All they see when they watch a football match is that goal and that's it. I used to have an uncle who was boss side. He couldn't see the middle of the pitch. He could only see like that, right. He had more idea of what was going on than these idiots at the bottom.
Scooby-Doo has more of a clue than these donuts, mate. Seriously.
I'm not joking. You can only see both ends, both goals. The middle of the pitch didn't exist.
I think he was refereeing tonight, mate. Bloody hell.
Oh, man. Oh, God. Fucking hell, you got to laugh because you cry otherwise.
Oh, you will. Emil Smith Rowe.
Yeah, he come on, didn't he? And for long, I give him a 5 because he didn't have time to do nothing. So
no point in giving Lacazette. Tavares.
He had a go, didn't he? He did. And I was like, God, Tavares, go and get an hat trick. It
was like, go on, son. Little cheeky run down there. I'll take that.
He was up for it.
You got to look at the silver.
You got to love Tavares, man.
You got to look at the silver lining.
But it was like, you know, you're watching it and it's dire and you nothing's happening and you're 3-0 down and you got your hand like this on your chin and then all of a sudden Tavares comes on and you're like, go on.
Yeah,
go on. We get a draw here.
Still got something to cheer for.
He did all right, didn't he?
He did.
I like towards the end, you know, he come in, he was giving it big shoulder bars towards the end there with someone, put them into the crowd. I enjoyed that specifically. Yeah. You know, so he was like, yeah, get in the crowd. You know, we're going to get 3-0, but you're going into the holdings. So I enjoyed that. But yeah, well done, Nuno. Give him a start. Give him a start. Get him back in again. He ain't that bad. 5, mate. Give him a 5 because he was like.
And Mikel Arteta.
Should he have took an holding off after that booking? Was he?
Very early.
I know. It's red card. Waiting. Did he think? Probably. It was early. So couldn't really blame him for that. Couldn't blame him for the centre off, and he couldn't pick. He picked the only team he could pick. So what can you do? But we lost the game, so you can't give him a massively high mark. But he didn't. He didn't do a lot wrong. So, and he went for it as well, which I liked. The fact that he never changed anything when Oli got sent off. You know, he kept to his guns, which is always good to see. I give Arteta tonight. I give him a 6. You know, because give him a 6. He didn't do a lot wrong. I don't think.
It's a 6. All right. So Arsenal after their 3-0 victory. There ain't no special scores. The highest scores are 6 in there. I think that went to Martin Odegaard and
Nketiah
and Mikel Arteta.
Kletso's late, and
Kletso, we did. I've not seen you in a while, Kletso. Good to see you, mate. What a weird night. I thought Tierney was injured, but I saw him play for Spurs. There we go. Very, very good. We can always rely on Kletso to come with a one-liner. Very, very good, Kletso. Good to see you.
Cheer us up.
All right. Make sure you press that like and subscribe, people. Make sure you join us for the big match on, I think Arsenal playing Sunday, aren't they, against Newcastle?
So Kieran's going to do a watch along.
Honestly, that took a lot out of me tonight. Yeah, and if I was to do a watch along, it's Monday anyway. If I was to do a watch along Monday and it was to go anywhere near like that, I think I'd switch it off because that was horrible. That was horrible.
That's
horrible to be on screen and just constantly keep on talking and talking.
Mate, no, you deserve
when we're losing.
Mate. You deserve a medal.
Word, that was horrible.
I kept watching it. I kept thinking, what's Kieran doing, man? I popped on there like every couple of minutes, and it was like sometimes you was just quiet for like 2 minutes.
I was like watching, just thinking, this is.
I caught you swearing. I caught you when you went over the mic, and you was like,
"Do you know what? Yeah.
Don't ever miss the watch along, people. Twitter land, Facebook land. YouTube land, you've got to watch these YouTubes and watch Kieran lose it. Hopefully not this is.
I muted it and
I tell you what, Newcastle's bigger game than this today. You know, Newcastle is bigger than Tottenham.
It is, and let's hope that Newcastle are playing with their flip flops on. And let's hope that Everton get the much needed points this weekend and. Against Crystal Palace, which means that final game means nothing to them. But most importantly, Arsenal need to come through with the 6 points in the next 2 games. Let's not think about what Tottenham have to do. Let's not think about what Burnley could do, doing us a favour. Let's not think about Burnley fighting for their lives. It's Arsenal that are fighting for their lives. They've got 2 games left. 6 points is needed because I think it is going to be 6 points that's needed to take over Spurs in this run-in for the top 4.
You have to look at that, don't you, now?
Yeah, we do. 1 point ahead, but that 1 point doesn't make any difference. 1 point doesn't make any difference because we lost the 3 to Spurs.
Yeah, we have to win the next 2. And look, it's feasible. Do you know what I mean? Away to Newcastle, they might be on the beach.
Hands.
They're on the beach. They might have think, well, you know, we've got nothing to play for now. Arsenal will be like, want to, you know. After this defeat, after this performance, they're going to want to go to Newcastle, make up for this, you know. So they're going to be up for it. And look, we should beat Everton at home, so it's still in their hands, you know. Tottenham has still got pressure's still on Tottenham even after this tonight. But
it is.
Yeah, I mean, it could have still gone down to like the last game, even if we won, even if we drew tonight or something like that. It probably would have still gone down to the last game.
Yep. It will. Because even if we drew, we still would have need to get points in the next game at least. So we will see. All right. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, people. Thank you very much for joining us, Johnny. Thank you very much for joining us, Stephen. Thanks very much for joining us, Garth. Thanks very much for joining us, Tom and Coletso. And, of course, thanks for joining us tonight, Steve.
Pleasure.
All right.
As always.
As I always say, peace out. Oh, no. Press that like and subscribe, people. If you are watching on Twitter, make sure you come over to the KS1 TV and press that subscribe button. Join in the chat. If you are new to the show, press the subscribe button. If you are a regular, press that like. All right, people. Peace out. Stay safe. And wash your hands.